to begin by thanking everyone for joining us today. We're here to provide you with an update on some information about the incident that happened last Monday where the Tarrant County deputy was shot during an incident at the Fort Worth Credit Union. We're going to have Tarrant County Sheriff Bill Wayburn and Fort Worth Police Chief Neil Noakes here to speak with you. They'll provide some updated information. We're also going to be able to show you some video clips from both surveillance and body cam video of the incident and the response to it. And then we'll be able to answer some questions for you after that. So I'm going to begin by introducing Sheriff Bill Wayburn.
Thank you, Sergeant. Well, thank you all for all being here. I'm very, very happy to report that Deputy Brown is doing well. He is doing well overall. He's progressing daily. For those that don't know, he was shot twice. He took a round in the abdomen, just under the vest, and a round in the chest, affecting the lung, just over the vest. So it's pretty serious wounds. It's been a long week for him, but his attitude is incredible. He's got a positive attitude. Each time I've spoke to him, he says, I am ready to come back. We told him it might be a day or two, but we're going to get him back, and he's going to be good. I also he's absolutely insisting on rehab. He's ready to get the tubes out and go forward, but he still does have a lung tube in that they're trying to drain. And I want to talk about the family just for a minute, his family surrounding him, as they, on their behalf, I'm publicly just reaching out to all those that responded. Fort Worth PD did an incredible job. Fort Worth Fire Department, our agency was out there, MedStar was out there. All of those people were there. To quote his mother, we know that all of those quick hands is what stabilized him and saved his life. And she wanted me to share that publicly. I asked Brett Brown, the deputy, I said, is there anything you want me to share publicly? And as humble as he is, his response was, no, sir, just tell him whatever you'd like. So I'm not going to make up anything, so just giving you the facts. But I want to say from my perspective, and you're going to get to see it in a few minutes, the video, and Deputy Brown would make every cop in America proud. Evil came at him, and he went down, but he didn't stay there. He got up and went at evil until the fight was over. And he was seriously wounded when he did that. So incredible courage, incredible stuff that makes you get up and go to the fight. He had it that day, and he makes us proud in law enforcement on how he dealt with that. But you will see in a few minutes exactly what I'm talking about. And without further ado, I'd like to turn it over to my dear friend, Chief Neil Noakes, and great partner in law enforcement. And he can give you the update on the investigation. Thanks, Sheriff. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I got to tell you, folks, I thank God that we're actually able to come here and talk about an update on recovery for Deputy Brown, because it could have gone a very different way had he not responded the way he did, and had our Fort Worth police officers, of whom I am so proud, hadn't responded the way that they did. Many of you were out there that night. You got a lot of preliminary details. We're going to provide a little bit more of an update today about what we know at this point. So Monday, December 27th of this year, about 3:42 p.m., at the Fort Worth Community Credit Union at 6500 block of Brentwood Stair, we got a 911 call. And this 911 call said that an officer had been shot. Our officers arrived in less than a minute. They were close by and they got there quickly. When they got there, it was kind of a chaotic scene. Glass at the front of the building was shot out. They didn't know exactly what they were walking into. They tried to collect as much information as they could, but then they did what we asked them to do. They went inside. Again, not knowing what was on the other side of that shattered glass, they went inside. They went inside cautiously, but they went inside. Once inside, they were able to quickly ascertain that Deputy Brown was in critical need of life-saving care, and without hesitation, they began giving that care and actually called for ambulance to provide additional life-saving measures. As the sheriff has shared before, Deputy Brown was hit twice, once in the upper chest, once in the lower abdomen. We know that the suspect, Leland Williams, fired his weapon 4 times. We know now that Deputy Brown returned fire as his life was in danger and shot his weapon a total of 12 times. And what we saw in the video was rather erratic behavior by Mr. Williams, who walked in, approached the counter, and said he was there to open an account. Gave a false name, and then at various times walked away from the counter and walked back up. Walked away, walked back up. Walked away as if he was trying to get his courage, if you will, together, and without any warning, rushed at the counter, gun drawn, and point-blank range started firing at Deputy Brown, who, like a true hero, responded in correct fashion. He was hit twice. He was, if not for the life-saving measures, mortally injured, got back up, and though he was down, he got up and got back in the fight and fired 12 rounds as the suspect fled out of the bank. All of this happened inside of the bank. Once the suspect was out, he fled. When our officers arrived, not only did they set up a perimeter, not only did they give life-saving aid to Deputy Brown, they immediately began a search. They began searching the area. They began talking to witnesses. And this is one of those instances where our relationship with the community proved to be beneficial, because we had members of the community that helped direct us to where Mr. Williams had gone. We soon found that he had gone to Linwood Drive, which was not far from the bank. It was in the 1800 block, and it took about a half an hour from the time the officers arrived on scene to determine where the suspect was, which is extremely fast. SWAT was notified because we had Mr. Williams inside of the residence refusing to come out. There was a brief standoff there, but our SWAT operators handled this, as they always do, very professionally, and were able to take him into custody without incident. I'm happy to report, because of the actions of the officers and the deputy on scene, that no one else was injured in this incident. I'm also happy to report that Mr. Williams is in the Tarrant County Jail with a $1 million bond for criminal attempt, capital murder of a police officer. Now, what we're going to do now is show some relevant portions of the video. This will include some rather startling and hard-to-watch footage that happened inside of the bank, and also some body camera footage of the responding officers. Ladies and gentlemen, you hear us say all the time that officers put their lives on the line every single day. The officers aren't shot at every single day like we see in this video, but they go to work every single day knowing that day may be the day they face danger like this. But they keep showing up, they keep doing their jobs. I am so proud of the officers of the Fort Worth Police Department, and I know Sheriff Wayborn is so proud of his deputies. This could have turned out much worse, but because of swift responses from the deputy and the officers on scene, we have a deputy who is recovering, and we have a violent criminal who's behind bars. We'd be happy to take some questions at this point.
Chief, there's never really been the thought or speculation that there was a robbery involved here. Can you talk about what you all think the motive was?
Good question, Deanna. I can talk a little bit about that. Mr. Williams declined to speak with investigators, so we haven't heard firsthand from him what his intentions were. Just looking at the video, looking at what actually happened, we can speculate, which I don't normally like to do, but I watched this myself and I thought, what could this person's motives have been? All I can come up with was that he was there to rob the bank. He saw the deputies a threat, wanted to take him out first and then rob the bank. Little did he know he had a deputy that wasn't going to go down so easily. Any others?
Total of how many people were in the bank?
That information I don't have. I know that we had some employees, obviously. I'm not sure about other customers, one deputy and Mr. Williams, but beyond that, I'm not sure.
Chief, you may have talked about this, but how did you track down Mr. Williams?
The way the situation unfolded after officers arrived was very impressive. They quickly went to work. Nobody stood around. They got to work immediately. They started checking the area, and in doing so, they were able to find the gun, which the suspect had actually thrown and tried to hide. They spoke with residents in the area, who we were very thankful for because they actually directed the officers to where they believed Mr. Williams might be. So it was really cooperation between our agency, Tarrant County Sheriff's Office, and our residents that led to this person's capture, which is how it should always work.
That home we see SWAT show up to, was that his home, a relative's home?
My understanding was a relative's home.
Hey, can you just clarify, it's the charges he's being held on right now is attempted capital murder of a police officer?
Yes, sir, that's correct. Attempted capital murder of a peace officer.
When you saw that security camera footage of the man coming up like this, I mean, that's got to be an officer's worst nightmare.
I think that's anyone's worst nightmare. Oftentimes there are cameras around on a scene like this that might show a little bit of footage, but that one, the way it was placed, the look on his face, the determination, the gun recoiling with every round that was fired, it's bone-chilling to watch. I don't know how anyone can watch that and not be affected by it, especially knowing the deputy was struck by 2 of those rounds. Any other questions?
Chief, does any part of this change the way that you all police or have people stationed in off-duty jobs at credit unions? Might be a question for the sheriff's office as well. Do you change anything about the way you all handle protocol at these offices as a result of this?
No, there's nothing we've seen so far that would make us want to go back and redesign policy.
Chief, has there been any kind of mental evaluation involved in his custody to this point? And is he coherent? You said he hadn't been speaking, but what about his mental health?
Did you want to take any of that?
He's very alert. He's talking. He is in some pain. It comes and goes, as his mother said, because he's still dealing with a lot of wounds and surgery issues. But he's got a want-to attitude, and he's very positive. And he's been up. He's walked, and we think we hope that before the end of the week he'll be home. But that's pure speculation. So that may happen sooner than later. But he did good. Evil came, and we won.
And as for the suspect, has any mental evaluation been done there?
Is that a bookie?
That is part of the regular booking procedure that happens when a person is taken into custody and goes to Tarrant County Jail. As far as any other mental evaluations beyond that, we don't have any information on that right now.
There was none, by the way.
Is there any sense right now of how long the recovery might take, or do you all
We don't know yet. I think if it was left up to Deputy Brown, he'd be on duty tomorrow. But we think that probably it's going to be weeks, if not months.
And is he still at JPS?
He is at JPS, which has done an incredible job, by the way. I didn't mention them. They did a great job. Their trauma team was awesome.
All right, thank you. If there are no more questions, we'll go and stop. We do want to, again, thank JPS for their work, for the fire department, MedStar for the life-saving measures and aid they provided on scene. But most importantly, to my right, the deputies and officers you see over here, every single one were on the scene that night. That's not everyone that was on the scene that night, but everyone that you see over there contributed to the successful outcome of Deputy Brown actually being able to recover and a violent criminal being taken off the street. They're the ones that deserve the credit. Thank you, everyone.
Can we run the video again with the lights down? Can we do that? Can we wrap that already? Yeah, can we turn the lights down?
I do want to let y'all know that we have posted the entire video that you just saw in our media portal. You'll be able to download it if you want to get the full video without having the video it off the screen as well.